Fredericksburg is a great place to live. We are small, and that means we're able to really cultivate a family-type environment. Everyone values education in the city. You really build long-lasting relationships when you're in a small school division. And we have a supportive board. They trust us. They like that we get things done and are transparent and responsive to the needs of children. Our main mission here is to keep the main thing, and that's educating children.
Teachers want to teach, they don't want to police students. Today's generation has developed a relationship with their phone and not with other people. We know that teachers didn't want students having their phones in the classroom, and they didn't want the constant fighting that came along with that to get kids not to have it on them and using them in the room.
In 2023, we established a policy for kids to put their cell phones away, to have them, turned off and in their backpacks, except for, before and after school and at lunch, and it didn't work. And kids still had their cell phones out, and the reason I know that is because my own children were texting me during the school day.
Living in a world with cell phones, the kids weren't doing much instruction. They were on the phones, texting each other, meet me in the restroom, or, let's go do this. And they weren't really paying attention. They weren't focused like they needed to be, and they were focused on the wrong things. They were focused on negativity.
We actually brought a group of teachers and staff into this room and asked them what we needed to do. And they said that we needed to get the cell phones out of the school to create an environment that was conducive to learning. That's what we're supposed to do as school board members, is to create those opportunities. So yeah, the off Yondr in a way was the way to ensure that cell phones were put away, locked up during the day, and that students could have their brains turned on for learning.
First day of school, every student was issued their own unique Yondr pouch. Before they enter the building, they know they need to put the powered off phone in the bag, lock that bag, and put it away in their backpack for the day. And then at the end of the day, we've got several unlocking devices that they can unlock their pouches and get back their cell phones when the instructional day is over.
Let's see those Yondr pouches. Good morning.
We're always saying, get your pouches out, let me see them. Are your phones off? So the kids are in a normal routine to know what they have to do with their pouches and how to get them locked and go.
Without phones, they have to focus on learning. They no longer have the ability to prioritize using social media, connecting with their friends. We've seen a decrease in bullying when maybe an altercation happens. There's no video footage of it that can instantly be shared, or airdropped with the entire school. So things are isolated, and then we quickly deal with them, move on, and get back to focusing on learning.
We were going through tragedies, traumatic ordeal 2 springs ago now, when Miss Smith's son was murdered on a Sunday.
The need for them to have them all the time. I just know that bad things can happen in an instant, and taking the cell phones away could eliminate a lot of that.
We know that a lot of that was going on. It can't happen now in the school day. We know, I'm not stupid. I know that after hours on the evenings, it's probably taking place, but it's not taking place during the school day. And if we can just get them to get 8 hours away from that type of bullying or that type of, hate stuff that goes online, if we can get 8 hours, maybe that'll extend into the evening hours or into the weekend. If we can teach them there, it's wrong. Maybe it's going to flow over somewhere else, and it just becomes wrong everywhere. We decided we're going to invest in children, and we're going to invest in their mental health, their physical health, their academic success. We expected war, actually, on the first day of school. That's the term I used. I mean, we thought there was going to be a battle when kids came to school on that first day. There was no battle.
Oh, where's your phone, buddy?
They don't like to get caught. So now when they learn that they're getting caught, they have to turn it over. They do it with ease. I had one that slipped past me, and he came back and he said, "You didn't call my name this morning. You didn't check me." So he literally stopped in front of me and opened up his book bag to show me that his phone was in his Yondr pouch. And I was just like, "Dear God, I love you. Thank you for doing the right thing."
A lot of the times, school board policy, you don't really see an immediate impact. With this policy, it was pretty immediate.
You can see the kids interacting more. They've been extremely more engaged. The teachers have even shared how they've been able to interact more with the kids and actually teach. I see an improvement in academics, and that's what I want.
When they have downtime at the end of classes, they ask their teachers for things to do. Can you give us something that we can do to, work together? I think that's an amazing thing. In my opinion, the entire environment in the middle and the high school is completely different. It was a culture change.
We did lunch at James Monroe, and it was the beautiful noise of a cafeteria that we hadn't heard for many years, and the children were engaged and talking and laughing and interacting, like human beings.
20 years ago, I would have been walking around fussing at all of them because they're too loud. I applaud them for being too loud now.
We asked our students and families and our entire community to trust us. Our students and families became really reliant on these devices, and we asked them to trust us. They did, and we're seeing results already.
There is not a doubt in my mind that at the end of this year, we're going to see increased academic achievement with students. We're going to see data that is going to show us that kids achieved more because they're focused on learning.
I would encourage every school division to go off Yondr and away. Just get rid of cell phones, reclaim teaching and learning. You won't regret it. We haven't regretted it here. Your students will appreciate it. The results speak for themselves.